Part 40. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 391. The Whole Army. Attack. Hu ho ho. Xiao Jinlong Ao Guang rushed out first, followed by the 10-star War Angel Corps, the 9-star Yinglong Sky Knight Corps. 10-star Fighting Forces Galen, Vega, Caitlin, and Kyle played one after another. Fang Fan was sitting in the center, and he seemed unusually flat from beginning to end. It seems that this war has nothing to do with him. He sat and watched the changes in the current situation, as always indifferent. Kill. Kill them. Kill Fang Fan. 10-star Dragon and Lion Knight Corps. 9-star Amaterasu Warrior Corps. And my army of hundreds of thousands of expeditions. It's time to prove you. We will slaughter the world's strongest. The village funeral made a Hestian roar, and he wanted to shout out this excitement completely. He also has a 10-star army. He is no worse than Fang Fan. He will reap the admiration of people all over the world. He stood at the head of the coastal city wall, and he thought he could use this as a starting point to start fighting this fertile land. All of this will be his. The fight has begun. The smile on the face of the village funeral grew more and more. In terms of high-end combat power, he is on par with several strong legions under Fang Fan. And he has hundreds of thousands of elite East British troops under his command. But because of Fang Fan's arrogance, he only brought dozens of combat units. In the view of the village funeral, he will definitely be able to win this war. The fruits of victory will eventually belong to him. The 10-star Dragon and Lion Knights rushed out. A little golden dragon collided with them. Haha, it's just killing yourself. A young dragon, without even growing its hair, wants to fight against my 10-star Dragon and Lion Knight Legion. Jukan was complacent at the funeral, but gradually, his complexion changed. Roar. The little golden dragon Ao Guang roared, and the blood of the real dragon radiated directly. Hu ho ho. These 10-star dragon and lion mounts have a trace of dragon blood flowing on them. Speaking of which, they are the bastards of the dragon family. Now that they saw the orthodox bloodline, they subconsciously began to fear. The 10-star dragon and lion were defeated one after another by the true dragon blood of the little golden dragon. The little golden dragon Ao Guang not only possesses the purest true dragon bloodline, but it is also a 1-star king level golden dragon. It has just passed through the small thunder tribulation and needs a target to vent this sense of comfort in its heart. Come on. 10-star Dragon and Lion Knight Legion. Don't retreat. Rush up. Trash. Trash. Are you all trash? Is this young dragon scared? You are a 10-star army. You are a powerful 10-star army. Bastards. I let you charge. Do you hear me? The village burial blushed, he screamed frantically, and the Hessier roared. Crack. Thorn. The sound of flesh and blood sputtering, the sound of bones breaking, suddenly sounded. The little golden dragon Ao Guang devoured a 10-star dragon and lion directly. And one paw slapped to death the 10-star dragon and lion knight sitting on the back of the dragon and lion. That crazy energy made people swallow a mouthful of saliva subconsciously. Just don't get too crazy. This is a 10-star dragon and lion and a 10-star dragon and lion knight. Just, killed. Great terror, derived from the hearts of all East British soldiers. Trash. It's all trash. Charge. Dragon and lion knights. I order you to attack. You attack. Why don't you move? You trash army. What do I want you for? Trash. Go and kill yourself. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 392. The village funeral broke out and cursed. The 10-star dragon and lion have no chance to fight back in front of the 1-star king level Jinlong Aogwang with the blood of a true dragon. They are like lambs to be slaughtered, even the most basic resistance is enough. There was bloodline suppression in the first place, and now there is another level of suppression. The 1-star king level golden dragon is enough to smash the entire dragon and lion knight army. In a blink of an eye, the entire legion that originally had 12 dragon lion knights was killed 5, 2 were seriously injured, and more than half of the loss. The dragon and lion knights have done their best, they have fought fiercely for honor, and even more than half of the casualties. But the masters they belong to actually scolded them so harshly, and even directly called them trash. Let them kill themselves. There is a cold look in the eyes of the lion bone, the leader of the dragon and lion knights. Mighty human powerhouse, my lion bones are willing to pursue you forever, to be loyal to you, and to kill the enemy for you. Please accept my weak dragon and lion knights. All the dragon and lion knights are willing to serve you. Boom. Above the battlefield, in the sky, suddenly such a scene appeared. Don't say it's someone else, even Fang Fan's face is full of confusion at the moment. Is it still possible? He has been fighting for so long, and he has killed thousands of legions, not just 10,000. But I have never seen any legion surrender directly on the battlefield. This operation, this is the first time Fang Fan has seen it. It can be seen that the burial of this village is such a rookie chicken. Even the legion that has always been loyal and reliable chose to abandon it. Ding. Because of your plundering, the loyalty of the 10-star Dragon Lion Legion has dropped to 0, the 10-star Dragon Lion Legion has chosen to abandon you. At this moment, there is such a prompt sound in the ears of the village funeral. Bastards! What are you doing? Come back! Come back to me! Who made you betray? You are my legion. I'll let you die. Why don't you obey orders? You treacherous and shameless people! Jukun Burial stood on the city wall of Benchange and scolded, like a shrew who scolded the streets. His biggest support, the 10-star Dragon and Lion Knights, just surrendered? Is this betrayal? Or a battlefield uprising? If he has enough strength, he will definitely rush up with a samurai sword and kill all these traitors. Ding. Because of your kingly demeanor, the 10-star Dragon and Lion Knight Legion is willing to serve you, do you accept it? At the same time, Fang Fan's ears also heard a boosting sound. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes and took a few steps forward while riding on the Judgment Unicorn King. What I want to kill is the burial of the village. You are just a vassal legion, and you have just been summoned, and your hands have never been stained with the blood of my Chinese, so I accept your service. From now on, you have to fight for China. Fight for Yan Kingdom. Fight for me. Loyalty, I will keep you strong. Betrayer, I will personally kill you with a knife. Fang Fan uttered a righteous voice, and his eyes flickered with light. With the 10-star Legion in vain, he naturally would not refuse. Such a great thing, once in a lifetime. Moreover, it is still the powerful army of the enemy, and now it has become its own. This refreshing feeling gradually superimposes a whole new level of coolness. Lion Bone, thank you, Lord. As you wish, where your sword is pointing is the direction of our attack. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 393. System, what card was that card just now? Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, this person suddenly disappeared in front of his eyes. A king-level pet and 2 10-star legions were strangled together, and a 7-star awakened person ran away. This is simply a great shame. Ding. Sacrifice the blood escape card, sacrifice a part of your own body to the evil god, and the evil god will give you the supreme space-twisting power according to your sacrifice, and send you to the place you want to go in an instant. Note, to use this card, a coordinate must be set in advance. The system sound echoed in Fang Fan's mind. Fang Fan nodded secretly, and after listening for a while, he understood. In fact, to put it bluntly, it is a new type of card. Since he wants to set the coordinates in advance, he should set the coordinates in Dongying City in the Sakura country. After all, it has the highest safety factor and is his old nest. Fang Fan secretly narrowed his eyes. World Babble dialog box. The village funeral ran away. I'm going. What's the situation? Didn't you say that you were surrounded by a group? How could you run away? It is said that a new type of card was used. Alas! What a pity. The culprit was actually allowed to run away. You said that the country Lord Fang Fan will continue to pursue. Hee, what are you thinking? How to pursue? What to pursue? The situation is already very obvious. Okay. Keep chasing, something will happen. You don't even look at it? In the current situation, the Lord Fang Fan is chasing after Dongying City. Do you want to kill Jukan Burial in Dongying City? That's impossible. If King Fang Fan really goes, then the envoy of East England can take action, and then King Fang Fan will have to give up himself. Hey, I can only let this bastard run away like this. Most of the Chinese people expressed regret and indignation. It is impossible for me to be buried in the village. Fang Fan. My funeral in the village is now in Dongying City. If you have the ability, come to Dongying City to kill me. Do you have the courage? Do you want me to lend you some courage? Ha ha ha. I slaughtered at least hundreds of thousands of survivors in your Huajingbin province. Cool. It's really cool. Tisk tisk, you will always live under my nightmare. This was posted by Zhu Kunfuni himself on the Tongtian ranking dialog box. When Fang Fan saw these words, the killing intent in his eyes became even more intense. He really wanted to go to Dongying City to kill Jukan Burial. Even if he wasn't so aggressive, Fang Fan would do it. But this guy insists on mentioning the hundreds of thousands of survivors of the massacre in Chinatown. Fang Fan's face changed instantly. 7-star lower ranking Demon Lord Legion, 7-star Gothic Laser Artillery Corps, 7-star Yellow Turban Zia Warlock Legion. You 3 legions stay in Binchinj. I only have one order, kill all the invaders in Binchinj. All the remaining legions and heroes, follow me to attack Sakura Country East British City. Fang Fan has never chosen to give up because of force majeure. Besides, what is the Longtan Tiger's Den in a mere Dongying City? Fang Fan has not paid attention to it yet. In this battle, my country of Yan is attacking Dongying City. Those who stand in my way, die. My purpose is only one, to kill the village and burial. Those who offend me Huaxia will be punished even if they are far away. Fang Fan indifferently said a few words in the Tongtian list dialog box. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 394. All the way across the big river, fly directly to the East Yingcheng of the Cherry Blossom Country. Compared with the entire Sakura Country, it is a small country, so relatively speaking, as long as you arrive at this place, you can basically reach the destination within an hour of flying. This time, Fang Fan is ready to end the war completely. People stop killing people, but God stops killing God. Fang Fan and his party landed from Dongying City, Cherry Blossom Country. Obviously, all the preventive preparations have been made here. Above the city tower, the flags are fluttering, and the enemy army has been fully arranged. As for the culprit who lived in the village burial, he was hiding under a huge shield at the moment. Fang Fan. Stop the war. This is not your home ground. I already said that I will not set foot in China again, Why are you still struggling? Jukun Burial obviously regretted fighting that war. For him, he suffered too much excitement and thrills today. Every thrill and thrill almost cost him his dog's life. At the current burial in the village, the whole person is still in boundless fear. If Fang Fan is willing to retreat here, he will naturally be very happy. A truce now. Haha. It's really fantastic. Fang Fan's eyes flickered fiercely. How could this guy think so well? Otherwise you will kill yourself here. How about I think about it? You are so insincere, how can I agree? Fang Fan said, waving his hand, and began to prepare for battle. Fang Fan. You are toasting and not eating and drinking. Don't force me. Do you really think I have no chance of winning? Haha, not necessarily. The complexion of the village funeral gradually became ugly, and he was humiliated here, but anyone who wanted to be honored should not be able to come down to the stage. It's perfectly normal for him to react like this. It's so noisy. Kill. Fang Fan waved his hand, and the one-star king-level little golden dragon rushed over directly, one paw slapped to death dozens of Dongying city soldiers standing in front of him. With another paw, the city walls of Dongying city collapsed. Stop it! This city is guarded by me. No one should break the rules here. Suddenly, a black figure suddenly appeared in the city and rose into the air, with his feet in the air, his posture was arrogant. Humanity. Humans who can fly? A flash of surprise flashed in Fang Fan's mind. Is it? My lord, you have finally come out? Please kill these damned guys in front of me. They dare to disturb your dormancy, and they deserve to die. Seeing the appearance of the divine envoy chasing the wind, the previous cowardly burial of the village suddenly became high-profile and excited, and looked at the divine envoy of the wind with a flat face, and that humble face was about to fall to the ground. This attitude made Fang Fan feel that he was even lower than a dog. As for that, the wind-chasing envoy didn't even take a look at Jukun's funeral. For him, Jukun's funeral was a little useless dog. His identity is limited to this, as for the others, he has not thought of it yet. For now, this fairly obedient dog must be kept. After all, if he wants to get the heaven-passing divine jade, he can't do without his help. So even if the wind chaser has all kinds of contempt for this guy, at least there is a bottom line to keep, that is to save his dog's life. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 395. This is my dog, you can't kill him. I don't want to kill anyone, get out of here. The wind chaser waved his hand, and there was a sense of irritability in his eyes. As a divine envoy, although he possesses supreme combat power in this world, he also has many limitations. For example, he can't just kill someone. As for the lord of the country he shelters, whenever he chooses to kill him, he will also be annihilated by the power of rules. For the human beings who attack this country, he can only choose to shoot from time to time. If he accidentally kills a human being with a lot of power, although it will not be directly annihilated by the power of the rules, it will cost a lot of money. Price. Damn the rules. What a nuisance. The wind chaser waved his hand complainingly, his face full of displeasure. From his point of view, these things made him feel particularly irritable. Let him run and make peace with these lowly ants. This is simply an insult to him. On weekdays, this level of ants, he did not know how many slaps he slapped to death. The originally murderous scene seemed to have suddenly become a lot quieter because of the sudden appearance of the wind chaser. World Babble dialog box. Very good. My lord, the great envoy of East England, has appeared. East England must win. Long live East England. Ha ha ha. Does that Fang Fan dare to make a fool of himself this time? Does he have no choice but to get out of here? Tisk tisk tisk, it's cool. It's cool. I really want to see him rolling away from here, ha 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 ha. Who dares to make trouble in the big cherry country? Does he have such strength and capital? It's just a joke. Tisk, this is a joke. The jokes are linked together. It's even more boring. This wave obviously fueled the arrogance of these Sakura people, and they frantically started to swipe the screen in the dialog box of the World Babble list. Sakura country is shameless. Is there a way to come out to fight? Grass. Hiding behind the envoy to be a dog slave? Such labor and capital look down on it. Shameless Sakura country. Never stood up. Haha, they are lowly existences, do you still expect them to be upright? It's quite reasonable, shameless. It's just a pity this time. Since the envoys of East England have all come out, it seems that the king of Fangfan can only return without success. Just let the executioner escape in the village. I'm really not reconciled. Hey, what can I do if I'm not reconciled? The situation is such a situation, it is no longer within our control. I understand all of this, but I just feel a little embarrassed. King Fangfan said before that people stop killing people, and gods stop killing gods, in case he... Oh, that eldest brother upstairs, what are you thinking about? Could it be that you still want King Fangfan to slaughter the envoy? It's crazy. It's really crazy. I can think of such an idea, oh my god. Different from the regretful gesture of others, Fangfan's first glance at this divine envoy in front of him was actually excitement and excitement. Another wave of free divine power has been delivered to the door. I don't know how much divine power the dog system can extract from him this time. Can it be exchanged for a hero summoning card this time? Fangfan secretly thought to himself, everyone else was thinking about how to avoid the divine envoy. And he is more arrogant, he wants to slaughter the god. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shuyu. Chapter 396. Dog System, can you squeeze him out? Fangfan licked his lips and said that it was fake if he didn't feel moved. He wants to swallow this so-called angel right now? Ding. Speech is unclear, this system cannot answer. The arrogant voice of the system came, Fangfan pouted, and became very serious. How can I devour his divine power? Fangfan pouted, he had to turn around like this to be happy? Obviously looking for something to do. Ding. Make him a first-degree disabled person, take a breath. The dog system gives the criteria for devouring divine power. The last time you devoured the envoy of the Yan Kingdom, it wasn't like this. Fangfan opened his mouth and asked him to just go up and kill an envoy, there must be some pressure. Ding. This system has already reminded me that it was my first attempt, and the risk factor is extremely high. The sound of the system's righteous words came, Fangfan secretly complained. I believe you a ghost, your dog system is very bad. People stop killing people. God stops killing God. Let's not talk about what God's messenger is today, even if the true God comes, I will slaughter. Fangfan clenched his hands tightly, killing intent in all directions, and the endless monstrous killing intent was revealed in his tossing eyes. You're looking for death? Do you know what you're talking about? Do you know who you're talking to? The eyes of the divine envoy chasing the wind flickered with murderous intent. Since you are courting death yourself, don't blame me. An angry look appeared on the face of divine envoy chasing Feng, what kind of existence he was, and when others saw him, he looked very respectful. This abominable human being in front of him, not only never respected him, but also uttered nonsense. For such an existence, the divine envoy chasing Feng felt that it was necessary to shock a wave and let everyone see that the will of God is irresistible. Whoever wants to oppose the divine envoy is destined to be destroyed. Just like this one in front of me. Fang Fan, you are really courting death. Ha ha ha. The envoys are all angered by you. You have no envoys in the Yan kingdom, don't you know how powerful the envoys are? You idiot. You found yourself a dead end. How can I have such a stupid opponent as you? Ridiculous. How ridiculous. You're already a dead man. You're sure to die. Quack quack. The happiest moment is the burial in the village. Originally, the envoy was too lazy to kill Fang Fan, so he was naturally unhappy with the boss. In Dongying City, the gods can bless him, but what about outside Dongying City? His safety is not guaranteed. But now it's different, the angel is angry. Are you going to fight against me with this little guy in front of you? Ridiculous. Chasing Feng glanced at the little golden dragon flying high in the sky, a look of contempt suddenly appeared on his face, and then he slapped out and shot the little golden dragon Aoguang directly in the sky. Boom. Roar. Cough. Puff. Aoguang fell directly from the sky and fell heavily to the ground. A large pool of dragon blood was spit out from the huge dragon's mouth. Fang Fan's eyes narrowed for a while. Little golden dragon is the realm of a one-star king. He was slapped by this divine envoy in front of him without any resistance. This is a bit exaggerated. What kind of combat power does the East British envoy in front of him possess? Fang Fan's eyes are fierce. But it is naturally impossible for him to retreat. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 397. Ha ha ha. Lord Divine Envoy is indeed invincible. Fang Fan. Take it easy. Your means are simply not enough in front of the Divine Envoy. You are doomed to die. When you die, there will be no guardians in China. That will be where I will start my journey. When Jukan Burial saw Fang Fan's most powerful little golden dragon being slapped down by the Divine Envoy, he became more and more excited. From his arrogant tone, he could hear the excited mood of the little man's success at the moment. Fang Fan glanced at the burial of the village that was beating wildly like a silly roe deer, and there was an inexplicable look of sadness on his face. Death is imminent, still jumping. System, calculate the realm of this divine envoy in front of you. Ding. In the process of comprehensive detection, 100 million magic crystal detection fees will be deducted, under review. Ding. This one in front of me is a false god, suppressed by the power of the rules of this world, and now has a 5-star king level combat power. The system echoed in Fang Fan's ears. Fang Fan pouted subconsciously. Only the 5-star king level dare to be arrogant and arrogant in him. If he remembers correctly, the arrogant divine envoy of the Yan kingdom seems to be able to use it for the 7-star king level combat power after being suppressed by the power of the rules. The one in front of me, no. And what is a false god? The arrogant divine envoy who appeared in the Yan kingdom before seemed to be a quasi-god. Could there be any connection between the two? Fang Fan pondered to himself, the thoughts in his mind began to expand rapidly. Ding. Quasi-gods and pseudo-gods are not true gods, but quasi-gods have initially possessed a godhead. As long as the god fire is ignited, they can become true gods. The pseudo-god has no divine personality, and has never ignited a divine fire, but can simply gather a trace of divine power, After the system explained this, Fang Fan immediately understood. In fact, to put it bluntly, quasi-gods are worse than true gods, and false gods are one level worse than quasi-gods. It belongs to the lowest existence in the system of God. It can probably be explained that way. Weak human beings. Actually trying to challenge me. Today will be your death. How ignorant. How can your humble power be comparable to the great true God? He, if I was in my prime, I could destroy this planet with just one finger. Even now, I can easily slaughter all of you. Tisk, stupid humans. Kneel down in front of me. Kneel down and worship me. The black-clothed divine envoy hung high in the air, with an infinitely arrogant look on his face, as if he regarded everyone in front of him as someone who could be killed at will. How dare a mere false god be so arrogant? Fang Fan was riding on the ruling Unicorn King, wearing a white coat that was extremely refreshing. You, how do you know who are you? Who are you? The black-clothed divine envoy trembled, and the arrogant look on his face disappeared in an instant, leaving an extremely frightened look. Because Fang Fan's words just now hurt his little heart. In this world, he thinks that no one knows their identities except those of the same batch of divine envoys. Tisk, is this a secret? A bunch of spicy chickens that can't become a true god. Your qualifications are okay, but your character is too bad. Fang Fan's tone is very big. Anyway, he has already said the big words, and it's okay to pretend to be. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 398. You, who are you? You look very weak, you are not strong. Divine Envoy chasing Feng subconsciously widened his eyes and looked at Fang Fan so excitedly, the excited expression in his eyes was obvious. From his point of view, I feel that all this is incredible, and there is even an unparalleled sense of humming. A 7-star awakened, talking nonsense in front of him. Just like this ant, let alone his heyday, even now, he can slap a piece to death with one hand. But this weekend is so calm, this is obviously, there is a problem. Otherwise, how can you say that you have a flaw in your mood? You always like to see things on the surface. This is your biggest weakness. Sad. Originally, you could have condensed your godhead, ignited a fire of gods, and achieved the position of a true god, but now, you have forcibly lost the best chance. If you continue to be like this, even I will be powerless. Fang Fan's face was full of sadness, as if he was really feeling sad for this envoy. You mean, you can help me gather my godhead? Ignite the fire? I still have a chance. Chai Feng looked at Fang Fan with trembling hands, his excitement was beyond words, and it was hard to suppress the sense of urgency at this moment. Ju Burial looked at the conversation between Fang Fan and the envoy with a confused expression, and felt more and more that the style of painting was wrong. This is so special, he let the gods come out to hang and beat Fang Fan. But this divine envoy in front of him has a tendency to be led astray. This inexplicable look of excitement, who is it for? Why do you look at the two in front of you, as if they are more compatible? Is this still my East England envoy? Seeing the risk of being abducted by his own divine envoy, Jukin's Burial immediately became anxious. Master God! You must not be deceived by this guy in front of you. He is an ant like me. The most humble ant. If he really understands that well, why is he still so hot? It's obvious, this is clearly a problem. Hurry up and kill him. Save him from continuing to fool around here. Please. Kill him. The village funeral hurriedly reminded loudly that the envoy must be brought back. His 10-star dragon and lion knight legion had been turned against before, is this the case with the envoy now? There is a feeling of wanting to cry without tears at the burial of the village. Hearing the loud cry of the burial of the village, the divine envoy Zefeng subconsciously shook it, and the whole person instantly woke up. Immediately, a look of extreme embarrassment appeared on his face. Damn it! How dare you lie to him like this? What is this trying to do? Insult him? Are you lying to me? Cunning ants, do you really think I can't tell the difference? That little trick of yours is too immature. Chasing Feng snorted, and there was a hint of unwillingness in his tone. There is still a slight sense of loss at this moment. If all this is true, then does he really have the opportunity to achieve the true God? If so, how wonderful. The desire to achieve the position of the true God makes Chasing Feng obsessed. Madness. Can't you tell if it's true or false? The deity kindly mentioned a few words to you, but I still don't know it. If that's the case, then I won't say more. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 399. Fang Fan scolded directly, his words seemed to be extremely angry, as if there was a feeling of hating iron but not steel in it. All in all, it sounds like the same thing. Your Excellency, help me. Chasing Feng licked his chapped lips, and at this moment, Fang Fan had already led him into the trap. It stands to reason that he shouldn't be so ignorant and stupid, but now, obviously he can't care so much anymore, and he is all about achieving the true God. As for the so-called scam, he didn't care at all. In his opinion, Fang Fan did not have the courage to deceive him on this matter. As long as a divine envoy expires, are you really not afraid of death? It's not impossible to help you, it's not impossible. Fang Fan chuckled lightly, this so-called divine envoy has a worrying IQ. He just scrubbed and coaxed a little, but he believed it completely. Don't you think it's fake at all? Or in his mind, these consciousnesses have been frozen? The corners of Fang Fan's mouth raised slightly, and his excitement gradually revealed. Only. You need to listen to me in everything, and only in this way can I save you. Fang Fan said solemnly, and then silently took out the intermediate sacrificial messenger card. This is East England City. It is the old nest of the village burial, where there are millions of troops alone. These things in front of them can just be the sacrifices of the sacrificial messenger cards. Fang Fan's eyes showed a sharp light. Don't worry, I will listen to you. As long as you can make me become the true God, I am willing to swear my allegiance to you. I will fight for you in the future. Chasing the Wind hides a killing intent in the corner of his eyes. He has already made up his mind, as long as he knows Fang Fan who has become a true God, he will stab the ant in front of him with one knife. To actually dare to chatter in front of him is really a joke. Hee, I'll talk about this later. Listen to me, then you must have a determined heart. Turn around, sit down with your knees crossed, and recite this scripture, then everything will be enlightened. Fang Fan threw a scripture at random, coaxed this guy first, and then he needed time to use this intermediate sacrificial messenger card in his hand. No problem. Chasing the Wind nodded, this is not difficult. He originally thought that Fang Fan would take this opportunity to ask him to kill himself or kill Jukun Burial or something. Then he will definitely be alert and know that this is Fang Fan's conspiracy. It just seems that everything is still developing on a normal track. If so, the ant didn't lie to him. Could he be a reincarnated power? Otherwise, how do you know everything? You can't be in a hurry, you must not be in a hurry. After I deceive the way to achieve the true God, I will imprison him. This way I can know all his secrets. If he is really the reincarnation of a true God, then I can also pry all the secrets out of his mouth, and so on, the benefits I can get will be endless. The divine envoy Chasing Feng thought happily to himself, and his heart was filled with infinite excitement. The burial of the village on the side is full of bitter faces. This is such a crooked place. You are my angel of East England. Now why do you do what the enemy asks you to do? What are you doing? With your virtues, why are you a divine envoy? With such a silly appearance, how dare you run out and pretend? Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 400. Lord God Envoy, he is a liar. He is really a liar. He knows it's not a good thing when he sees it. We must not be deceived by him. Either, or let's arrest Fang Fan first, so that we can rest assured. The village burial time persuaded hard. At this moment, he really had the urge to hum. Continue like this, the situation is completely reversed. As long as you are a normal person, you can actually see the doorway here. But as a divine envoy, he has no discernment at all. And how stupid! This shows that it is stupid. Hey, since you don't believe me, then forget it, I'm just cherishing talents. Otherwise, I won't say more. You can't be promoted to true God, and I have nothing to do with it. Indeed, as you said, when you achieve the position of true God, I simply hope that you can help me defend the Tao for a period of time and restore my cultivation. Forget it, I don't want to be the kind of person who gets bored. Fang Fan shook his head one after another, and what he said seemed very casual and calm. Originally, this wind chaser was really suspicious, but when he heard Fang Fan say that, he instantly suppressed the suspicion in his heart. This once-in-a-lifetime opportunity was met by him. Can he just give it up? As for this dog-like servant in front of me, he's been chattering all the time. Roll. Don't interfere with my understanding of the scriptures. The wind chaser kicked out the village burial very far. Puff. The village funeral spit out a mouthful of blood, with a helpless look on his face. This angel has fallen into MLM. Can't get it out at all. Road to road, very avenue. Hey, what a profound knowledge. The wind-chasing envoy focused his wholeheartedly on the scriptures in front of him. In fact, to put it bluntly, it is a Tao Te Ching. The wind-chasing envoy recited back and forth, but he couldn't read it. But the more he couldn't read it, the more convinced he became. If it is something that is easy to understand, can it make him realize the opportunity to become a true God? The wind chaser thought so in his heart, and a blush appeared on his face. Fang Fan, who was standing aside, saw that the foolish envoy in front of him had been fooled, and a smile appeared on his face. Then he silently took out the intermediate sacrificial messenger card. Use the intermediate sacrificial messenger card. If Fang Fan breaks, he will break. Direct order. Rumbling. A black giant net suddenly appeared in the sky, and boundless thunder flew wildly. It is quite similar to the horror scene caused by using the low-level sacrifice messenger card in Zhongcheng before. It's just that the black horror giant net that appears in the sky at this moment is even more terrifying and intimidating. What's wrong? What's the situation? The shock caused by the use of the intermediate sacrificial messenger card awakened everyone present. The complexion of the village burial changed suddenly. The wind-chasing envoy's face is not very good looking. I saw an invisible suction suddenly emerge from the giant net, and it began to frantically absorb everything in front of me, as if it wanted to end it all. Those East British troops in East British City were swallowed up by the black gathering net little by little. The blood of the body was drained little by little, and gradually disappeared. This is a horrible disaster. When this disaster strikes, it can only be filled with blood.